What's going on, everyone? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Skylanders video. Alright, everyone. Today we got a patch. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's not one of their best patches, but we have to take into consideration that they've been doing a really good job and the patches have been really consistent. And I'm not saying this was a bad patch or anything like that. It's actually an okay patch, but we did end up with like a 10-hour maintenance. But I really do feel like they gave us a really good compensation for it, which is 30 summons, 30 pickup summons. And for Com2uS, Activision, Skylanders in general, that is a huge compensation. Let me tell you, we have never received 30 summons for anything. So they definitely took notice of the fact that they made a huge mistake, and they definitely paid it forward as far as the compensation goes. But as far as the actual patch goes, I believe that this patch was just a follow-up to the last patch that they brought into the game. So I really wasn't expecting too much. Now, we did get the Sky Pass, which is the Battle Pass. Same thing as a Battle Pass. We got Flameslinger. We got a new record system, which is pretty cool. And we got our standard events. And I believe there was some quality of life upgrades as well. We'll go over the actual patch notes in just a second. The first thing I want to talk about is Flameslinger. Everybody's asking me, should I summon for Flameslinger or should I just build my Spitfire? And the answer to that is just build your Spitfire. Spitfire is way better than Flameslinger. Flameslinger's cooldowns are way too long. If you compare Flameslinger maxed out to a maxed out Spitfire, Spitfire absolutely blows him away. Now, I'm not sure about how his DPS numbers are when he's fully maxed out, but with his cooldowns and mana cost, to me, I will not be summoning for Flameslinger. I'm actually quite disappointed. I thought his cooldowns would be a little bit shorter. I believe they're all 3 turns. Let's just pull him up here. Well, let's not pull him up here. We actually have to pull him up in the index so we can see what he looks like when he's maxed out. Now, Flameslinger is awesome looking, don't get me wrong. I was actually quite sad about this when I took notice of his cooldowns. So if we look here, we got the A1, which is use mana 3 and cooldown 3. And this has 0 endurance down. That to me is terrible. If this had like 3 endurance down, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that it has 0 endurance down just does not do it for me. And then we got the A2 again, which is 3 mana and a 2-turn cooldown. This one's not as bad and it has 2 endurance down. But when you're comparing him to Spitfire, which we'll do in a second, you'll see what I'm talking about. As in not wanting to waste skill ups on Flameslinger. When you compare him to Amber and Spitfire, it's just no comparison. And I really don't think you need 3 DPS fire bombers, in my opinion. And then we have the A3, again, 3 mana, 3 cooldown. This does have a 4 endurance down, which is nice. But this is only damage to 1 enemy, so you do have to keep that in mind. Again, he's not like complete garbage, but when you're comparing him to Spitfire, you're going to build Spitfire hands down every single time. So let's pull up Spitfire here. So we got the A1, which is 4 endurance down, 3 mana used, 2-turn cooldown. And he brings a knockdown, an evasion rate down, and a block beneficial effects. Amazing A1 on Spitfire. A2, we have a 3-turn cooldown, 3 mana used, but he does basically have an AoE explosion, and it does have a 0 endurance down. I believe if they're putting up bombs, it doesn't have endurance down. That's the same as Flameslinger's A1. And then we have the A3 once again, and this is 1 mana cost, 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies, blows up the bombs, and puts a random weakening effect on the enemy. Then we have the passive, which gives him accuracy up, basically. Then we have his leader skill, which gives all allies 15% accuracy in battle. And now let's look at Flameslinger's passive. So he gives defense penetration on an ally if it falls into knockdown status. To me, if you compare that to Spitfire, Spitfire is way better. And again, it's based on if the enemy falls into knockdown status. Then if he's in the actual leader slot, the skill seems a little bit better. But to be honest, there's way better leader skills out there. So again, in my personal opinion, if I'm comparing him to Spitfire or Amber, and we don't need to go over Amber here because we know how good Amber is, I'm going to build them hands down over Flameslinger. He looks amazing, and hopefully one day in the future I will get him super boosted, but I am not going to go out of my way to pull Flameslinger in this event or anything like that. I just don't feel like his kit is good enough for me to go out of my way and, you know, spend my hard-earned gems on trying to pull him. So I will leave Flameslinger alone. It is your decision at the end of the day. If you're paid to win or you want to do the events, I totally understand. But for me personally, I'm going to leave Flameslinger alone. So next up here is the Sky Pass. And the question is the Battle Pass worth it? Now, in my opinion, it is worth it if you look at the value of this game and what they charge for stuff. Like if you look at their current packs and you see what's in those packs, this Battle Pass is only 20 bucks. And if you literally go down here and add up all this stuff on the right-hand side, I can promise you it is well worth $20. Again, it's a personal decision on if you want to actually buy it. You can just be free to play and collect everything on the left-hand side. Now, if this was like 10 bucks, I would buy it myself even as a free-to-play player, because the value would just be outstanding. $20, I feel like it's a little much. 15 sounds even a little bit better. But again, if you look at what they value in this game, it is a good deal. And if you have the extra $20, I would say go for it. Now, the thing is, the monthly gem pack is also $20. And I believe those are the highest value things in the game, along with the $30 episode pass, which gives you a legendary summon. So if you plan on spending like a little bit of money, you can kind of pick and choose what you buy. I don't think the battle pass is a bad thing. I do think it could have been better, but I'm not going to totally say don't spend your money on it. It's terrible. It's probably some of the best value you can actually get in this game. So once you get past level 30, you're just collecting premium tickets. Then you see here we have 3 premium tickets. We have a legendary skill up. We have 100 gems, 3 purple awakenings, 3 purple splendas. And this just repeats itself over and over, going back and forth from gems, ether, skill up stones, and gold. So again, in my opinion, it is worth it. If you spend money, if you're free to play, don't even worry about it. You're not really missing out on that much. Just collect the stuff on the left-hand side for free, and you will be totally fine. That is what I'm going to do. I am not going to worry about spending any money on this. Now, if it was $10, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. But for $20, I just feel like it's not quite there. If you look at a game like Cookie Kingdom, they literally charge $5, and they give you basically the same stuff as an in-game value. Now, next up here, and one thing I'm really excited about, is they actually gave us a leaderboards. So if you click on this little trophy cup over here, you can actually see arena rankings. You can see your guild rankings. And to me, that's a really awesome thing because it actually gives people a reason to want to push to the top. Without leaderboards, nobody wants to push to the top because there's no reason to. Because at the end of the day, no one's going to take notice of you anyways. Now, the next thing we need with this is guild content. So hopefully that is coming soon, along with the new merge tower. Because we really need guild content and we really need more merge tower. Those two things will basically keep the game going for a long time, and then they won't have to worry about the upcoming patches because the game will be pretty stable at that point. That is just my opinion, but I do love these leaderboards. Awesome addition. And then again here, we just have their standard events, which they give us basically every single patch when they add a new Skylander. So here we have the Flameslinger promotion, just like with Smash Hit. Every time you upgrade them, you get premium tickets, skill stones, awakening stones, and then keys for the last one. If you ask me personally, pulling 6 Flameslingers is going to cost you so much money, and he's honestly not even worth it. So for me, I would stay far away from this, but if you're pay to win, it doesn't really matter. But if you're free to play like me, don't even look at this event. It's not worth it. Now, on the other hand, the summoning event is actually worth it, especially due to the fact that they gave us 30 free premium tickets. So now you can take those premium tickets, you can summon on the Zulu banner, the Buckshot banner, or wait for another banner that's going to come in the future. And then at that point, because they gave us 30 free tickets, you are literally getting 10 red large potions and 2 premium tickets for free. And then after that, it's up to you if you want to spend gems to go even further with it. Again, it's a personal choice. Everything else here is the same. They didn't change anything. Now let's just go over the patch notes real quick here, just to see if we missed anything, which I don't think we did. So as far as the Sky Pass goes, it just looks like they made some adjustments, which is fine. It actually looks like they made things higher. Who knows why? We had a really long maintenance today. There was a lot of stuff going on with that battle pass. There was a glitch. If you summon Flameslinger, you could just like keep summoning him and keep collecting the same reward or something like that. I don't know because I didn't do it, but that's what I was hearing on Discord. So there's not much here in the patch notes. And again, this patch wasn't really anything crazy, but I do want to give a shout out to Com2uS and Activision for giving us those 30 premium tickets for that very long maintenance. Now, don't get me wrong. It was like a 9-hour maintenance, so we definitely deserve something amazing. And I do believe that was one of the best decisions they could have made by making the community happy. Anybody that plays these gacha games loves their summons. We all know that. So very good decision on Com2uS's part. And again, this wasn't one of the biggest patches or one of the best patches, but it is a patch at that. And it did bring in the battle pass, which isn't a bad deal. So I'm okay with that. And before we end this one out, I actually want to talk about something else here that I haven't touched on because this was in the last patch, I believe. They added in these weekly packages, which were energy packs. And I did want to talk about these real quick. Now, if you're spending money, they're worth it. Especially if you're spending gems on energy and you buy gems to refill your energy. These will definitely be worth it because it's giving you extra energy so you don't have to waste your gems. I mean, for $5, if you compare that to the gems, it's definitely there in the value. And as far as the $10 one goes, it's basically the same thing except you're getting gold, so it is a little bit better value to get the $10 one instead of the $5 one. You can buy these both at the same time. It's totally up to you. It depends how much you're farming, how much money you're spending on gems. But again, it's not a bad deal. It's one of the better deals. I have noticed with Skylanders, the best packages are like the weekly packages, the monthly packages, and now the battle pass, the episode pass. Those seem to be the best value you can get in this game. And while we're on the topic, to touch on the new packs they just released, and this is my point, their event packs are so up and down, the ones they release with the patches. Sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not okay, sometimes they're terrible, sometimes they're really good. So they're so all over the place, and like, for example, these packs here, they're really not that good, and I would never spend money on them. So for example, you're getting 10 tickets, 1,800 gems, 10 skill ups, and gold. And this just goes back to my point where they really overvalue skill stones and the price of them, just in my opinion. And now this special package 2, the last one had a legendary summon, and this one is giving you 10 keys, 10 summons, and 3,600 gems. Again, if this was the same pack with a legendary summon in it, then this would be worth it. But in its current state, I definitely don't think it's worth it. You're much better off going with the weekly packages, the monthly gem packages, the battle pass. For me, I can never spend $100 on this. It just wouldn't feel right, in my opinion, once again. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for love and support here on YouTube. We're still growing so fast. We are so close to 2.5k subs. Once we reach it, we will start another sub celebration giveaway. If you want to be a part of the random giveaway that we always have going on here on YouTube, all you have to do is sub to the channel, like, and comment on my videos, and that will automatically enter you into the random giveaway. If you want to join me on Twitch and Discord, that is linked down below. We do 2 monthly giveaways on Discord, random giveaways on Twitch. We're actually so close to 1,000 followers on Twitch, and once we reach it, we're going to do a massive giveaway over there on Twitch. So once again, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for the support. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.